Are we having so much fun?
Good boys. Hello guys. Well, it might just be that I'm sitting in that area in my living room. I'm just picking myself up. The thing is, I've got to find my cap. Look, seriously, I've got to either stop wearing a cap so much and start doing something with my hair. But it's because I'm keeping this side all out of sort of the system, or I'm trying to. So and I'm so used to just wearing my cap, but it's more about because I'm just picking my arse out of the sofa, really. It's Saturday. It's our day off. I'm hunting around for my cap right now. Have any of you boys seen Mummy's hat? Oh, no, I took it off in the kitchen. I usually try to put everything in the same place because it really annoys me having to look around. One, turning my head all the time. And I wonder if it's down here. And three, just having to process and think and go, what have I got to do? Oh, there it is. Look, perfect. I've even got me one on from last night. Hang on. So anyway, I'm marshalling again tonight, but I've no sitter, so I'm marshalling with the boys. And I'm also glad that, yet again, I'm not really with anybody. I'm not part of anybody. I like to just go and do whatever it is that I do because people don't understand how I do it. So obviously yesterday, as soon as I got to the event, straight away I eyeballed Rob. So straight away I went straight over. Hello, Rob, it's Kelly. Now, I've met Rob before when Rob knocked on my door at Edgbaston wanting to be a candidate as my counsellor. Obviously, if anybody has been with me when I have had camera and when I haven't had camera, and I've been trying to get things that I did get, bits that I obviously didn't get that I'm trying to make sure that I still know the dates. But you will know when anyone came to my door at Edgbaston, 2 seconds, I've cracked my knee in. Just 2 seconds because I've got to crack. I haven't cracked since sort of like lazing around on the sofa watching cartoons with the boys this morning. DJ Elijah, who decided to DJ last night. I haven't posted his videos yet because I want to watch them properly because of the way his hands are and the way he's using the things. I'm struggling because I'm dealing with people who don't even believe that I have hypermobility, body, classed as Mr. Erlos, Mr. Danlos. So when they don't believe that I have it, they don't believe that it's a 50-50 chance of passing it on to the children. And then it goes to, oh, I must be a witch, I must be a this. People think that if you're sick, you must be a really bad person. Even Christians think this. Oh, if you're sick, darling, you must have evil spirits in you and all of this sort of shit. It's bollocks. It's like how they treat people that are going through gay. I do get the spirits that go on, and I understand this. Please don't underestimate me when it comes to spiritual warfare. Yeah, yeah. Please don't underestimate me, right? So, 2 seconds, because I don't want to bring anything into this house. This house is my space. It's my peaceful space. Right, Shiloh, I got you caught on the camera and lost my camera live last night because you weren't dressed. What did I say? There's 3 things coming up. We've got to be out by 3 today to go to the lights and the skelter. And we've got a fairground, everything. We're up at Gunwharf Keys. That will not happen if you can... Excuse me, boys, I need your attention. Thank you. Shiloh, excuse me, I'm talking to you. There is 3 things going on. 1, I'm on live while speaking to you. I'll speak and discipline my children in front of anybody, understand? Now, listen to me. Listen! Look at me, eyes on me. Right, there's 3 things coming up. Going to the fair and all the lights tonight. Then we've got to get... we've got the sale going on. You got your toy money for going up to Daddy's. Listen, you're not even looking at me. We've got Shiloh's birthday, and we've got to get up to Daddy's for you to see Daddy's new house. These things will not be happening in this order and working out if I have to deal with you 2 fighting. Excuse me. I have asked you to sort your toys. I would like to talk calmly. Excuse me, I would like to talk and address this calmly. Calmly. Can I lower my voice now? Have I got your attention? Can you stop fighting, please? Can you stop arguing? Can you stop winding this up? Right. Can you please make sure you have got toys that you're taking that are going to stay at Daddy's and not come back here? The toys that... I'll explain this properly later. All I would say to you is, if you want to be going tonight... So are we going to work as a team? Right. Are we working as a team? Hands in. Shiloh, hands in. Right, team. Yes? Team. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Play nicely.
Mom,
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too, kid. Play nicely with your brother. Yes, big hearts to everybody. Love and peace. Yeah? It's irresponsible for any parent to not discipline their children. Discipline with love, right? Now, I have got to leave my boys at some point to go to work. Most mothers have to go to work once babies are 6 months old, yeah? Most mothers only get to naturally feed their children. I've got to sit on my wet washing, so I might get a wet bum, and I sort of need my trousers for tonight. I'm still asleep in my clothes last night, as always. I fell asleep on the sofa last night, as always. My bed has still got the boys' clothes on because I've been trying to move forward, but it was me. I have to sever the cord. That at the end of the day, it was me that stood at the top of the stairs and said, Dean, you got two choices, mate. You can stand there and you can iron your own clothes and you can put your own damn clothes in the wardrobe and you can bond up all your own socks and put them in and work out where you want your clothes. And yes, you can have that middle room, but I've got to move all that stuff in the office. Or you can grab that fucking bag and get out and go and get your own home, pay your own fucking bills. And he didn't want to be told to iron his own clothes and put his own clothes away. Don't then. Right, I hear there's a little bit whinging. We're going out at 3 o'clock. We're going to a Helter Skelter. We've got a lovely Saturday evening plans. Date night with my boys and all you guys. Yes? Welcome to my private home space and life. Yes? You need another helicopter. We brought a helicopter last night. It's broke. It's causing problems already. Plastic shit toys. Right, Shiloh's naked and I can't lose my live. Right, boys, play nicely or don't play at all and you sit on your bed. I am thinking of letting Dean have the double-decker bed. I've done this before in an actual divorce where obviously I left and it was only because we separated. Because I was living with the anxiety, stress, and everybody telling me I was paranoid and mental and all of this. I knew that my husband fucked somebody before we got married. I knew it. My heart knew it. Yes.
I want another helicopter.
I know you want another helicopter. And when we leave and go up to Gunwharf Keys, we will go and see and then we will take the helicopter. So make sure you've got the helicopter. I've got the receipt. It's not a problem. And don't forget you got some peanut. Oh, my favourite. Hello there, Nikki. My favourite, like seriously. When I went to Bulgaria, yeah, I got absolutely hooked on these crisps they had over there. And they're a bit like that. They're not as good. But anyway, I'm obviously having problems of signal within my own home. My neck is tweaking at the moment. So part of me is thinking, take my trainers today, take my skates. But I don't really interact or speak to anybody. I constantly 24/7 campaign. 24/7 when I'm out and about. So anyway, like last night, Rob came straight over to me, and this is really good. I have to get this email done. I need you all right now. I need to put together what is called a white paper. And it basically means that you can put bills and laws and things through. It's called lobbying. Yes, you get paid for it. I'm not a lobbyist. I've never done it properly before. Other than, in fact, here we go. There you go. The Lord brings the right people. Hello there, Lizzie. Just in time as I continue what I was going to say. So basically, after I showed you all a photograph of Guess Who's Here, and that was Rob Ward. As you know, I've been talking about Rob Ward for ages. Rob Ward knocked on my door wanting to be a councillor, made it to mayor. And even he said to me, he said, if I speak directly, and it's Alison, I think, to the chief director of social care here, she tells me basically to fuck off, none of your business, right? So I said to him last night, I said, so even to you get shut down? He said, yes. He said, because it's all to do with all this stuff. So anyway, we're there for a nice thing. We want to keep it family friendly. So first thing I do is I go over and say, hello there, Rob. If Nikki's here, right? Nikki knows exactly what I'm like when I want to go in for a door that's completely closed to me. She's come with me to around Liverpool. She's come to me to music studios. She's come to me when we went to the BBC thing and we went straight through. So Nikki's been with me when I've wanted to speak to somebody in a VIP room that you can't get to, that's got security and everybody around, and she's seen how I do it. So Nikki's been on that experience with me. So with last night, as soon as I then lived and put it straight on him as they were doing all of the interviews and everything, he shot over to me and he just said, Kelly, I wanted to pick it up and put it live with you guys, but I have to keep some form, like with you guys. I don't discuss your lives with everybody. I don't discuss your cases. Nikki chooses to sit on my public account. Maria chooses to sit on my public account. You know the difference of when I'm living on this side and when I'm out on individual pages. Please remember, Amber is just about, or currently while I am living, putting her head on a parapet, because it is Amber who posted to me today that she tried to make sure that all the family and friends stayed out of the vaccination, and literally one of their family friends has had the vaccination. She has diabetes and she's died. Amber is going to come out with this. She's in Trinidad. The laws and rules are very different in Trinidad. The army, defences and everything can come in. Amber's family have British statusship here, so they can use the British ambassadors to keep them safe. I've asked for Amber and her family to go on a really nice time out around Trinidad, show on the lives where they are, and go for a nice place and show them that they're on the outside of the British ambassador, and also to show that they're standing united, that we're watching and we see what's going on. What you've got to remember is the Africans and the Indians and all of those people. So you've got north, south, east and west never eat shredded wheat, right? I love shredded wheat, but you've got to remember it is a whole world, okay? So we're what called Westerners, so we're the West, yeah? Then you've got Easterners, which is, I've got to get this right, which is more your brownier people. Then you've got the West, which is considered more the black people. And then you've got the South, which is what you know as Eskimos, where the northern lights and things are. So actually, it's all a little bit up down. I've got people here that won't go up the north. Don't forget, when I was living up north, people would go, I fucking hate Southerners, but you're all right, love. Even last night, they even welcomed me in because they said something. I can't remember what was said last night. And then I they went, oh, it's like a march. I went, oh, don't do that. I'm not fucking marching today. And the way I went, nah, don't. They went, that is so Portsmouth. She's a true Portsmouth girl. I went, born here, not bred. You can have it back in a minute, dude, when you two start playing nicely. Well, then play nicely. And also, you need to be getting your bag ready for what's the one that's going mobile. So when we're at hotels, when we're travelling, your Paw Patrol, well, we will sort out anything that we've got for Daddy's home. But the problem is I've only got the car, Shiloh. This is what's annoying me. And I've put all the petrol in the car already. So if I had a van, it would be a little bit different. But I've already filled the car up with petrol, and that's only going to get me up there. And I'm not even half back. So I'm already in a battlefield on my mind. So let's sort out what you want for Daddy. You can maybe keep that other Christmas tree for Daddy as well. And then let's see what we can take up to make Daddy's house all lovely and nice for you guys going up there. And Daddy feeling a little bit happier about that I'm not taking the boys from him. Do you know what I mean? So fucking horrible. It is. It's Bobby Smith that's done this to me, mate. I'll tell you exactly who's done this to me. To stand next to somebody like Bobby Smith, and I didn't really get on with any of them. Don't forget, obviously, Chris and all of that all turned their backs on me. Martin Matthews tried to get me to do stuff. I'm going into the Fathers to Justice movement today to ask him for help for this. I'm going to ask him to help me with the petrol budget, to help me get up there. I mean, literally, it's about £57 for me to get up there, right? Now, the good thing is, if I go up there, I have somewhere I can go. Durham University, as you know, is now helping students that escort to go through college and university. So I have something that I can be doing up there that will work for the benefit of all. However, I'm dealing with trauma that they don't believe, and good old Nanny's on the phone with Daddy today, and hey, happy applause. Good for you, love it, because families are always the fucking best, and I'm here to reunite them, but I haven't had the best fucking experience with my mother-in-law, not mother-in-law, because it's not like Dean went back and went, hey, Mum, she's the one.
That looks very young.
It is very long, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, so's my trauma, so's my memory. I can forgive for the last 7 years of completely being abandoned in a one-bedroom flat, pretty much. I get it. I've learnt more over time. I'm humbly respectful that these children are mine. And I do believe that Dean understands that these children are his. And like he says on the phone to the boys yesterday, I love you enough to the boys to go and get a home for him to see them at. 5.5 fucking hours away. Yes, darling.
When's the last time you stopped to
I
think
left
if
this
the makeup
for
shades you're wearing
16
truly suit
minutes.
the woman you are today?
What do you want for 16 minutes?
To rethink
Do you want me to put the telly on for 16 minutes?
Mom.
Oh my goodness, 2 seconds. You didn't just go with that, did you? Did you fall with it, or was it just my Hoover? Oh, and it's the one that I've actually brought and paid for. My son's just thrown the Hoover. Well, it didn't break.
No.
Are you okay, more to the point?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, can you leave the Hoover down there? And that's my point about things up the top of the stairs. But we've managed a year and 1 month with these bloody stairs. It's Elijah that struggles getting up them, to be honest. If I got to show you Elijah coming up the stairs, you'd understand. Elijah, do you just want to go and check the Hoover for me a minute? Make sure it's all right. No, because I need you up here a minute just to do this for me. No, because I need you out the way because I'm going to turn the camera. No, because you can't be in the way. You come here a minute. You've already checked it. You've done a good job. But your big brother sometimes needs to check for mummy again. Yeah, you're naked. Come out the way. All right, I'll do it later. Right, you two check it. Shiloh, don't make, because if it's you that goes down them stairs now, after all we've been through, not funny. And you've got stairs at Daddy's as well, like at Nanny's. Yes? So anyway, it's a bit difficult when, you want to bless everybody with what you haven't had yourself.
Mom?
Yes, darling.
Oh, I left that milk for 16 hours.
For 16 hours.
I left that milk for 16
Oh, you left
hours.
it for 16 hours. No, not that one you didn't. I've moved the other one. One of them is Shiloh's, and the one that I made for you was fresh from the fridge, darling. How did you know that would be 16 hours?
Mum?
He thinks he's picked up his milk from last night. Would it be 16 hours? What time did you go to bed last night? You had your milk. It was really late because he was DJing last night.
I want some milk.
That is a fresh one, darling, that I've just made for you. That's a fresh one.
I want some milk.
Okay, I'll make you another fresh one. He is really, 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 really funny about any milk that's been left on the side for even a few minutes. And he is. Right, Shiloh, where are you? Naked behind me, so I can't actually do this. 2 seconds, he's naked behind me. Shiloh, what are you trying to get out of the fridge?
Marshmallows.
Have we got marshmallows?
No.
Okay, so we get marshmallows tonight then. And what else are we going to get tonight? You can't do any Christmas stuff yet, though. I'm not doing any Christmas stuff. I didn't even film the Christmas carols last night. Yeah? Oh, noodles? You want the noodles? This is noodles. You want noodles?
No.
No?
What is that?
Lemon curd. Anyway, I'm going to bugger off. I need to be ready for sort of 3.
What is that?
Ratatouille.
What that?
Marmalade, or onion marmalade.
What that?
Uh,
I want that. I want that.
cream fresh.
I want that. And I want that.
All stuff in the fridge. Cheese. Going through my fridge.
What's that? What's
Tomato sauce. Want to go through my fridge? Do you want to be a social worker? She got grated cheese.
that?
All packed up quite easy.
That.
Tomato sauce.
that.
Jam.
I want that.
You want jam? What do you want jam on? He wants it. Do you want it on some toast?
No.
Oh, he wants it on a bloody spoon. And you want CBBS. 2 seconds, guys, because I'll stick with you for a second. Because there's a whole thing about this thing, right? There you go, Shiloh. Do you want some toast? Quick, it's dripping. Where's your bowl? Right, there you go. It's not a lot, too much sugar. No, that's actually quite a good one, I think. Just watch out for the sugars in things like this, because even the dentist said to us the other day, said what's good for the body isn't good for the teeth. He said the body and the teeth are 2 very different things, which is why it's really important that you brush it away. And also, when we went to the dentist, it was a real line as well over all this fluoride stuff. Because I don't know what you'll remember from, because don't forget, I've been doing this now, 11 years? I think it's been 11 years I've been doing this. Obviously, as you know, I've got gagging orders on me, which basically means I've got injunctions that prevent me from mentioning Aaron and Faith, and from discussing the ins and outs of the court case, and this seems to like my kitchen. So this brings me back to Rob Ward and individual people not being able to get involved with individual cases. And as you know, I didn't know, and my family didn't know when Aaron and Faith were taken, and I believe they would have done this had they had known, but it would have meant it would have cost them about 240 quid, maybe 270. So just 2 seconds. Oh no, he's got his ex to deal with. I thought that was his current partner. It's a father handing over a child who visits, mum drives, drops because he doesn't drive. And it's like, who really actually is responsible for me driving the boys up to Dean's? And then the problem lies in closing the door and walking away. Why has Bobby Smith caused this trauma? Because Bobby Smith got together with a campaigner. I'll mention her name because for those that know, those that don't. But he put his head above the parapet, as it Elmo. Give me back Elmo, which was his daughter. But he had a child with her, and she...
Oh, you just eat them.
No, I didn't. There you go. Don't put them all over the floor. Some for Elijah, some for you. Take them. I'm going to go and get some bits and bobs so we're all ready. You don't want the packet? Okay, I'll just sort it. And obviously they were together and they were living in the same place. And then all of a sudden, she dropped the baby off with Bobby and his mother at his mother's house. And then when she went to get her, you know, he didn't give back the baby. And you're talking about a baby. So even though Dean and I have not been together officially, we've been, I don't know what we've been. I don't know what the truth is right now. And over time I will know. But with Graham, when we separated, we went to court and we both looked at each other behind the solicitors and said, this is costing a lot of money out of the divorce, and it was all coming out of the house. So we were like, we can do this together. But we agreed to write it down formally, and all he got in court was every other weekend. And I was like, hang on a minute. So you're saying to me that I can't have hobbies and activities? So pretty much all my life on a Tuesday and Thursday, I played netball. So if you go back to your school timetable and calendar, then add your hobbies and interests, right? Which are actually the most important thing that you want on there. So whether you... Yes, darling. What is it? Your bowl? You're not asking me to come in there just to pick your bowl up for you. You get off your backside, mister. Royal freaking Highness, you are not. Go pick that bowl up and sit down with it. I'm not coming in there to pick that bowl up and put it on your lap. I'm your mother, not a slave. Smile at me like that, handsome. Thank you. Men, yeah, us women, yeah, we love you dearly if we want to do things for you, like cook for you, make your things, stand and do your ironing. But please don't treat us as your fucking expectant slave. That's not good. And don't raise boys to be like that. And women, if we raised boys to be real fucking men, mate, we wouldn't be dealing with half of these problems in this world. We wouldn't be dealing with the confusion. But this line comes in, what if you have children with someone when it hasn't worked out? I love Dean, and Dean loves me very much. We have always said to each other, we will always be there. And I'll tell you what, there is nobody in this world that sat in that courtroom when I sat in that dock and I see a man in the fucking docks behind the glass, mate, having to listen to an old crony woman talking about things from when he was like 15, and it's like he's like 36 or something. And all I remember is him looking over at me to see how what she was saying was going to completely change everything, from the fact that I left Downing Street to go to Bristol to the camp with Dean. And then obviously we got to the squat and it had all been locked down. The land had all been taken. All of obviously what had existed to Spiral Tribe for over 35 years all got clamped and shut down. Yes, darling.
Come here.
I'm coming, but I'll lose my signal if I go up there. Oh, wow. What have you done?
Rawr.
Do it again.
It's on you.
No, do it again on the wall so I can see it.
You.
It's on me.
Escaping.
I'm shining a torch. There's an alien. Right, I've got to go because the thing will go. You want noodles? Okay. Okay, so noodles it is then. Shiloh's made the decision we're having noodles for lunch. So anyway, I've still got to take these freaking skates back. That's more money that I can get. I was just having no hands to do it all. And I've still got to do all the drying. And I wasn't ready yesterday. And it's like, you know, I'm expected to do it all with grandparents that are around, a father that's always been around. And I homeschool. Yes, darling.
I need another helicopter.
I know there's a problem with this helicopter and we will go to the shop when we go out later in the car. We've got to be ready for 3 o'clock with mummy's skates on and all your lights. We're chilling this morning, guys, because I've got to sort all these fucking toys out. Like, literally, I've just thrown them all in the room. Yeah?
Come here.
Yes.
I'll show you these big thingies. Are these army men?
I don't know. What are they?
You've got handcuffs and it says something. Are the army? Are the army soldier police?
What's that?
Police?
Shall we see who made it?
Plastic? Army
Mine need
men?
glasses. Is it Taiwan?
Uh,
What's this one? They look a bit robotic army men to me. Wow, 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 wow. Robocop. I don't know, darling. They look like robot soldiers, to be honest. Elijah had a dream last night that he went like looking for crystals, and it turned into some animal or something. So anyway, yeah, I've basically just got to pull in all these funds around me. There is a chance that everything just works out. I end up going up there, handing over this fucking house and, you know, just collecting back on all the bills that I've paid up for. Or I see how it goes until March, just going back and forth. But it's like, Dean, seriously, 57 quid each route, back and forth here. Or I've got to get used to coming back on the train. Not having my car, I don't like that. I don't like that. Not with me. It's like the buggy last night. I couldn't afford for either of the boys to be struggling walking, me struggling. Yes, darling.
I want to go down right now.
3 o'clock. It's not on until 4 o'clock. It all starts. It's not ready. We can go up and help out later, but I'm not going to be ready for it then.
Can I go to the shop right now?
No, we're not going to the shop right now. No, we're going on the way back. No. If you ask about me again, I'll just take the helicopter off that's working as it is, and I won't change it over.
Mum, when you put the
Right, I'm going to get on and be ready. I'll be on and off live probably just before 4, either just to keep myself straight, focusing forward. Stuff I've got to do because I fucking ain't coming back in, having to get stuff done. And I'm trying to make sure that after... I think Dean just thinks I'm just not bringing the boys, but he made an effort for the last 2 days to ring the boys in the morning. I mean, I think he actually wanted to speak to me the first time, and it was like, right, it's the boys. You know, this is about the boys. He's hoping that I change my mind. I'm saying no, because there's just been so much that's gone on these last 7 years with social, with the police, with everything. And people just not understood what was going on in my own battlefield of my mind. And it was like, even when I was a kid, and all these social workers had all these fucking meetings, and my parents had all these meetings, and school had all these meetings, and they all met and they all chat and had coffee and had breakfast. And it's like, when I read the paperwork back, it was like, really? Nobody ever actually spoke to me. Like, nobody actually sat down, because whenever I would say something, they'd tell me I was wrong. Or they would be lying to me. And it's like, so then it creates this fear and faith collide, doesn't it? And that's what they call mental health. And it's not mental health. Some people, like most of the mothers, don't even go out their own houses. You've got to remember, a lot of the parents that have had their kids taken are still on the streets. And this is the problem. The moment any court writes down, and this is not my perspective because I'm not a drug user, I'm not a drinker, I'm not a criminal, this is none of mine. I was literally penalised by my father's paperwork and my mother's paperwork, who never took responsibility for that. And I'm still up against it, which is why I'm forced to take them to court. And it's not nice to have to do this. And I grew up with a mum constantly telling me, oh, you know, this film, Irreconcilable Differences, you'll be wanting to divorce me soon. Well, I have to, because I have to discredit them from my paperwork, and it's the same as Elijah and Shiloh. When they grow up, none of this is in my name. It's all in their name. So when they go to school and people pull records up, they're marked already. They've had it already. Same as Aaron and Faith. They're adopted kids. They've had it already. They're raking money out of my kids. And then I have to deal with the trauma of the fact that I didn't even get Aaron and Faith's letter. Dean wants to move me all the way up across. It's about 2 hours from the boys. I don't want to stay in the UK. He doesn't want to stay in the UK. We're only staying in the UK because I refuse to leave the UK. And now I've got a son down in London, there's 2 sons up there, and I'm more fragmented than I've ever been. And family should always be in here. It shouldn't matter whether you speak on the phone, it shouldn't matter. My dad used to ring me every Thursday when I was older. And I used to know, on a Thursday night, before I used to get ready to go to work, my dad used to ring me and I'd catch up. And it's really difficult because I used to sit there and say to my dad, and he'd say, how are you doing? And I'd be talking about unity in the community and Challenge Britain and how it's all coming together. And then I have to stand, and I'm sorry because Debbie's actually here, which is slightly triggering me off, but stay. And this is really important you listen to this, Debbie, because you're the one that's got to get my dad to look in the mirror and take that fucking mask off. To see my dad choosing to wear a mask, knowing that my dad understands breathing, carbon dioxide. My boys were offered a mask last night. Elijah turned around and said, sorry, I need carbon dioxide and oxygen to walk on this march. In fact, I don't think anybody picked up a mask. No, the MPs, no, the mayors, none of us picked up a mask. I don't have COVID. As far as I've checked on everybody, nobody has COVID. We're all ready for tomorrow. We're going to do 3 days. If any of us are sick for that executive mind, but stay with me. Amber has posted to me today. She tried everything to get all of her family and friends and immediate community to not go to the lines. Remember, she's in Trinidad. She's not in the UK. This is not Africa. This is Trinidad and Tobago. It's slightly different. They just want us to see white, black. Fuck knows what they're going to do about the Indian and what they're going to do about Eskimos and Aboriginals. And, you know, if we put a whole spectrum of the rainbow, it isn't that simple. I know I'm Caucasian. I think I've got a little bit of an olive skin. My dad's DNA, my mum's DNA. Lessons and learnings from everybody who's put their hands upon me. But at the end of the day, my belief, Debbie, while you're here, you could talk to me personally about this, but my belief is my dad chooses to not take that damn mask off, and my Uncle John has confirmed to me that my dad has worn a mask consecutively. Yes, he's under hospitals I go past pretty much all the time on the way through Battersea into London. Always give it a prayer, always make sure that everything's going okay. I'm always there. I never forsake my father, never leave him. He is my dad, he gave me life. People can say what they like, just as Dean and his mum can go up there. I can put my kids through that door, and like they did to Aaron and Faith, and what they told Faith and Aaron was, your mum can't keep you safe. My daughter stood up and said, yes, she can. Aaron then went under a table and thought, whoa, hang on, now I'm not safe. Amber went to post 2 pictures of my kids. I said, how fucking dare you? They're children that were in contact centre, in their clothes, looking their way, not how they were when they were with me. All my children are all blessed. It doesn't matter whether I go to... These are shoes that are going up for sale now, or I might gift away. You know, these are ones that my kids have, you know, outgrown. You know, so it doesn't matter whether I find things. I mean, there's a rubbish bin at my neighbours at the moment. You know, sodways. Sod knows what I might find in there. But at the end of the day, it's my belief, because my dad hasn't actually seen the original article. My mum just went around to everyone going, Kellie's bringing out a book, you got to stop her. He went to my stepmum, Roisin, who was her birthday the other day. Happy birthday to my stepmum, Roisin. You know, and then it's like me trying to pick up these lives when Debbie, and you know you did this, you threw all my photographs out, which is my missing chunk of my whole first 11 years of my life, yeah? So when I've been trying to do all this photograph, that's 11 years of my life gone just because you came in as a stepmother and threw all of our lives away. I don't want to do that to my boys again. Yes, darling. And I've had that done by Stephen with Graham and the boys. Yeah. Do you want to say hello to you? Say hello to you? Granddad. You saw Granddad at the funeral, didn't you?
Hi, Granddad.
And he was happy to see them when he didn't know they were grandchildren, but here they are.
Hi, Granddad.
So I hope you get well.
Get well.
And say, take the mask off, Granddad. What does Granddad need? What does he need to breathe in?
Oxygen.
And what does he need to breathe out?
Carbon dioxide and take the...
Sorry, guys, if you hang around and stayed here, I just needed to help him unhook that and I couldn't get a signal in his bedroom. It's not anything, it's just in my house. So anyway, as Elijah said, you know, like you need carbon dioxide and oxygen. We need to meditate. We need to pray. And one of the things that I've always had to battle around me is people going, if you have such a debilitating condition, how come you can roller skate? And it's like, well, roller skating is how I deal with my such debilitating condition. I've always slammed my feet. I've always dragged my feet. I've always kept a coat on. I've always stayed a bit huddled. I've always had problems and stuff with my body. My boys are also having this challenge. I don't choose to live in the problem, and I never have. I have a degree in psychology. I'm a qualified coach. I'm a qualified interventionist. But you don't cut your own hair. And dealing with now 2 families and 2 boys and just a dad and a mum is not very nice, because you're meant to have your dad and the man's meant to go to your dad and you're meant to have all of this. But I was never grown up in just one home. I understand it, I get it, but it doesn't make it easy, does it? It just means I've got to go through it. But the thing is, if all of a sudden I leave this house, get in my home, I take the 5.5 hour drive, and then I find that actually I was set up, and it wasn't. It was awareness to things that were going on. You got to remember, Dean is one of the biggest fucking graffiti artists in the world, right? He's Black Bloc. He's been with Alf. He's an anarchist, and he was stood right behind me, and I can prove it very, very, very soon. And I'm hoping that everybody, Nikki, you were there. Nikki, you were fucking there. Nikki, you were there. Anonymous 2013, when I was stood with the butterfly mask on, no, my mask on the back and a butterfly mask on my front. And I was talking to Mitch, and there was a few people around the side. There was somebody with a gold mask on, yellow. I've got the photograph of it. I won't post it. And you also know that then I had all them issues when United Nation was coming on and a few other things. And then, don't forget, I was going to scale the blue cock, and everybody come out to try to stop me. They're all going, she will fall, she'll have an accident, blah, 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 blah. I remember who came out when the police were ready to move the tent, right? What you got to remember is, if you watched the drummers yesterday, you would have seen a red cap come and step in, right? I said to all people to announce me in red when we're on the campaign, and not when we're off, but and yesterday they went, it's a march, and I'm going, no, it's a light festival, it changes the whole laws, don't say march. We are not marching, we're having a light festival. So anyway, guys, I've got to get ready. Anyone who's local, anyone who even wants to make the time, come down. I'm going to be at Gunwharf Quays tonight. I'm going to be at Aspects Art Gallery to set that off. And please, 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 please remember, I have to be back down here. I'm not letting them down. I have to be down here. The boys have got the dentist anyway, so I don't want to move it. But it's Alan. It's all about Alan on the 6th of December. And I'm really, really, really hoping that by the end of this, that the community agree that they will use one of the pieces of art to buy Alan a space where he can literally just fish and live in a shed, basically. You will never get that man into a proper home. He's an outdoor guy, and that's it. But at least he's got somewhere to go back, keep his trike and keep his fishing stuff, keep his bits, and you know, potentially even be able to, I don't know if he'd shower. I don't know if it would ruin it. I don't know. Alan having a shower and a shave and putting some clothes on, I don't know if I'd want to see it. I'd rather Alan died a gnome. I don't know. Alan the gnome, or Alan shit showered and shaved in a suit. I suppose he could always go back to Alan and a gnome, but I remember when I did it to Dean, I took him into Boss and put a suit on him, and he's like... So anyway, you've got to remember, this whole world is from the underground. And I don't know how many people used to watch Charmed. But if you spoke to my dad properly, my dad would be able to confirm it. And this is the problem. I can't confirm things and people go, oh, she's grandeur. I have the photographs of my dad at the competition, and I can remember my parents arguing about it because my mum wanted me to do a play called The Boyfriend, and my dad said I couldn't have time off school. And then my dad wanted me to go for this full-blown audition for this film with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and my mum said I couldn't have the time off school. So my dad will know that that was true. And the person who got the job was the woman in Charmed, who then was married to somebody who was good and bad. Me and Dean don't know each other now because we've had social, family, people, all in between there, outsiders, insiders. I could be a narcissist, as the courts want to try to say back then, even though it's been disproved here in Portsmouth. And Dean could be a narcissist. Both of us could be a narcissist. So what do we do with all the narcissists in the world? What do we do with all the people that don't trust other people, who are abandoned by their fathers and abandoned by their mothers? And that is what causes narcissism. So they say. Because the other side of the coin is that you love yourself so much that you just think about yourself. But if we don't put ourselves first, if we don't treat ourselves right, if we don't know who we are, we'll never ever know where we fit in the world. So shine your light and see where you fit in. But like the kids yesterday, yeah, some of these kids had never danced before and they were just wanting to do the shadows. With so many autistic kids yesterday. So many kids, even wheelchair people, old grannies, everybody, all ages. Just all ages. Everything was all ages. Oh, was it died?
Dying.
Was it?
All of them are dying.
Well, we've got daddies over here that we're taking to daddy, aren't we? We've got to get this up to Dean. But anyway, I got to get it all in my car.
But
And I don't know how I'm going to do that.
You need to grow this.
And I'm not willing to make a leap and just take it all. And it's like, again, I'm expected to do it all again. It might need a bit of a water. You know, I'm expected to sort the boys' clothes out. I'm expected to take the beds down. I'm expected to take the wardrobes down. And it's like, it's not like I got my dad going, I'll do it. My Uncle John going, I'll do it. Or my mum's fella going, I'll do it. Or my brother Ryan going, I'll do it. It's like, nobody will do it. Please, look, I don't find it very easy to hold. I've got one around. Even a paintbrush. You know, Dean will be wanting me to paint and it's like, have you actually seen my hands? Like, seriously. I mean, I can hold it and I can do it and it's not a problem. Well, actually, that's not true. Yeah. So I would be like this and my shoulder's starting to go and I can do this one. But to actually hold that, like that, give it some time, and in my hands, they're all gone, on my wrists. So look. Yeah, and I've always been like this with pencils. Yeah, right. Anyway, I've got to go make some noodles, kick my freaking ass, wash up, hoover up, do what I got to do, get my shit ready together, and I'll see you at We Shine, Portsmouth.